family?
Sure I do.
Good. Unless a man that doesn't spend time with his family can never be a good man.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another new edition of the CNC Connection. I'm your host, Sharcy, as usual. Welcome. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and leave notifications and let us know how we did. And share this with all your friends so we can give that number one spot that we've been striving for so long. Don't forget to check out our merch store at www.bonfire.com/store/off-the-top-ropes, where you can get all our amazing merch. We got the Subway shirt, and we also got this nice little poster shirt too, in multiple colors, multiple designs. Rock with the CNC Connection. Rock with the team. Support your amazing mob family. It would be greatly appreciated today, and every day to show that who you're rocking with. The best mob ever. Like, hello. And then also check us out on the Independent Wrestling Network, where you can check us out, check a whole bunch of other things out, and check out all things independent wrestling. It's free. No excuses why you should not be checking this out. It's a really amazing product. So unfortunately, I'm flying solo today. I've never done it solo by myself before, so let's see how this works out today. It's going to be an amazing ride. I'm sure it's going to be maybe a little bumpy, but let's see how this goes. I'm so ready to see how this works out. So we're going to get into our first topic of the day. Bryan Danielson on Dynamite after Revolution taped a video saying he's going home. You know, a very emotional, very heartfelt promo. Where is it leading to? I mean, do we feel like it's a retirement? Is he coming back for like joining the BCC as a heel faction, or is he joining ROH? Where do we think this is headed? I mean, I think he's taking time off to spend with his family and everything. This promo was just so emotional and heartfelt and heartbreaking and everything. It broke my heart, like, watching it. It's like, I've never seen him like this before. So, I mean, it's hard to say. I think he'll just take some time off for a while. I don't know. Will he go to ROH? Will he come back to AEW? What do you guys' thoughts in the comment section? Let me know what you guys think's going on here. I think I don't think it's a Hi, Christy. Hi, girl. Yeah, it was a confusing promo because it was like, what did he mean going home? Is it retirement? I mean, I don't think so. Like, he just came back to AEW like about a year or two ago. So no, it's not a retirement thing. But is it like ROH? Is it back to AEW? Is it a babyface? Like, is he staying babyface? Is he gonna go back to turning heel? I don't know. It's perplexing too. I mean, it's like heartbreaking to see, especially what we saw later on in the show, which we'll get to in a little bit. But I mean, holy man, that was so emotional. I maybe ROH. I mean, yeah, especially if Claudio's still the champion, then, which I think he will be heading into after Supercard of Honor. I mean, it would be a perfect story to tell, like heel Claudio versus babyface Danielson. Maybe he could be the one to put some like honor back in everything and restore some pride back to ROH. Like, especially seeing what we've been seeing in ROH lately with Yuta and Claudio. Not acting very honorable at all. Not acting very, very sincere, prideful. They've been acting very, very heelish lately. So, oh boy, man. Oh boy. What do you guys think? ROH? Back to AEW? Hi, side. I don't know. it's an interesting thing because it's like he could be heading anywhere too, but I don't know. I think ROH would be a good fit for him, but I mean, yeah, ROH would be a good fit for him, like especially because of his connection and his long-standing history with ROH. You know, I think him going after Claudio in that title will probably be a high priority for him when he comes back. So I'm intrigued to see where this whole thing goes with Brian when he comes back from taking some time off for a little self-reflection mode and everything. That's what's intriguing to me. It's like, where is this going?
Sisters, are you with me?
So yeah, I don't know. Other than ROH, I mean, what do we think? Does he come back as like the sympathetic baby face, like who came back from the 60-minute battle war? Do we think he comes back as a heel joining his brothers? What do we think is going to happen? What do you guys think is going to happen there? Yeah, ROH is where it started for him. That's where he started his career pretty much. Like, it's his home at the end of the day. You definitely ROH. And you need to start building that ROH roster up too. So it's like going to be very intriguing to see like what stories they have lined up for him in ROH coming up, especially with the with all the tapings we've seen lately. It's a good product too. Now he comes back and kicks everyone heads into the third row. Oh, so you think he's coming back as a bad guy, huh? That's interesting. Because like his promo he cut compared to what we've seen, which we'll get into in a little bit, is like no, like it's like they were completely opposite sides of the spectrum, guys. Like I don't know, like it's like perplexing to see what it could lead up to, but definitely I'm seeing a lot of you guys thinking ROH, which think about it, yeah, that is his home and everything. It would be a good fit for him there. So yeah, I think ROH would be a good fit. And the thing that's perplexing me more is it going to be like as a face? Is he going to be the anti-hero? Is he going to be the one to, is he going to heal it up a little bit, or is he just going to be himself? Because, I mean, I think you're going to start needing some top baby faces coming up soon. So especially when you're trying, it seems like 95% of the roster nowadays is going to the dark side. he kicks everyone's head into the third row. He could, I mean. He's got that badass violent side streak to him too. So
Respectful.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like so looking forward to where this story is headed. So let's see. Hey KB.
Good. What's up, Queen?
Hi. So what are your thoughts on the whole thing?
Where we at? Where we at?
Bryan Danielson is going. I'm going home from him.
Oh, Danielson going home?
Mm-hmm.
He's not going any place. He's got too much stuff he got to do here in AEW. He's still got that match with ZSJ coming up. He's going home. He's gonna go home with Bree. Probably make her say yes a couple of times. then he'll be back soon. He'll be back sooner rather than later. And to everyone who thinks, "Oh, Bryan Danielson's going back to WWE,"
no,
please,
we're throwing that one out the window right now.
Now I don't smoke, but come on now, people, really, be real with yourselves.
Come on, guys. Not everyone is going back to WWE.
Yes, Christy, I'm here. You didn't get the pretty boy, but y'all get the nappy boy fresh out the kitchen.
Hindsight says we saw glimpses of a power struggle between Claudio and Danielson. I think this is where the BCC starts to ripple.
I could actually see that. I could really see that happening, but somehow, some way, I think Claudio's gonna be strictly Ring of Honor for the time being.
Yeah.
Now it's a nice match to have down the line.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, I would definitely. I don't know about you, Sharp, but I would love to see Danielson and Claudio go at it one more time. With no restrictions.
Oh, bring it on.
We also need a rematch between Danielson and Mox. Remember that wasn't technically solved. That wasn't solved.
Nope. And like Heise just said, like WWE is going to be the absolute last resort for Danielson to go back to. So
The only time Mr. Danielson should go back to WWE is when he's being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
absolutely, like no other choice, no other option really. He'd have to. That's when he's getting ready to.
Indubitably.
I see a lot of people saying, Brian versus Claudio would be awesome.
Absolutely, the match they had on SmackDown during the pandemic was actually was good.
It was
Think about
good.
what these two could do with no restrictions. Tony Khan would just say, "Hey, look, y'all go out there. I'm giving y'all 15 minutes. Do what y'all do."
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, what KB said.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry if I look like this. I'm literally just getting off of work, y'all.
Oh, no worries, no worries. But yeah, everyone that I've been talking to before you came in saying Danielson heading back to ROH is I'm going home.
Now, that's interesting. Would Tony Khan be interested? And I know he would be interested, but would Danielson want to come back to ROH for a short stint? Maybe go after the Pure Championship, a title that he is synonymous with.
Possibly.
Him maybe have one last run with the Ring of Honor World title.
Possibly too. Christy said the rematch between Brian and Mox would be cool too.
Oh, no doubt.
Especially with their roles reversed right now.
Christy, I'll take all bets saying I give Moxley over under 5 minutes to how long he'll bleed.
Oh.
However it took Mox to bleed, over under 5 minutes.
He's never gonna live that down, is he?
Look at that guy. You got Shaw smiling, Christy smiling, everybody's happy. This is a beautiful Saturday. This is what I'm talking.
It is. But yeah,
sorry, boss man. I love Mox, but let's be real. The man bleeds in damn near every match. I'm surprised he still has blood in his body.
I think I like this guy. Yeah.
Because that hurts. Because you did see that tweet I put out with all that research I did, right?
I did not.
Almost 120 matches, and he's only bled in like less than 30 of them. So almost every match.
Well, you know what they say, numbers don't lie, so I'm not about to disagree with the queen pin of the mob.
That's why I feel like I get into like my little daily Twitter arguments with her, and he bleeds every match, and I'm like, I did the research, and that's not accurate.
Go in the house.
But Shaw, we need to understand something. I think your boy Mox is getting set up for the biggest match of his career this summer against Okada at Forbidden Door.
I was thinking that too, but lately with what's going on with his protege Shooter in New Japan, the whole thing with Zack Sabre Jr. is still on the horizon, especially with Shooter coming on saying, you can talk to him about me whatever way you want to, but don't you ever talk smack about my mentor Moxley. Like,
ZSJ versus Mox, I'm intrigued, but
they were in the tag match against each other.
Really?
Yeah, it was him and Shaft against ZSJ and Davey Richards at the Defy show, like about a month or so ago.
Exactly what the boss man just did.
Mox versus Okada, take my damn money.
Tony Khan probably has my card on file already.
Probably. Any show that I can like purchase or buy or something, that's like I bought all of them.
By the way, Tony Khan, I bought all the pay-per-views. Can I get maybe 10% off of the next pay-per-view? Maybe 10% off the AEW shop or something.
Please. I think I'm the same way. I think I've purchased or went to like every single pay-per-view that's been around. So when do I get my 10%
off? So that's what 10% off. That's all. I'm not asking for much.
The only other intriguing thing about it, which will tie in later on to the whole story that we're going to be doing next, is Danielson coming back. What role does he play with his faction? But that whole topic we'll be getting into shortly.
Okay.
So
Okay. Personally, I'm just happy to be here with the Queen Pin. Thank you for letting me be on your show, Queen Pin.
oh, anytime. I was about to do it solo, and then I'm like interacting with like my few guests on here, and I'm like, oh, this show could be really short.
It's all right. I mean, you didn't get the pretty boy, but you got the nappy boy.
Hey, I'll take you. I'll take you. I'll take any help. Now our next topic, which I was saying I really wanted to get into, the Blackpool Combat Club officially on Wednesday night turned heel. Holy moly's, man! After the match with the Dark Order, holy crap! Mox has the Darce choke on Alex Reynolds and then won't let go of it. Then keeps putting on chokehold after chokehold after chokehold. Then Claudio goes into the corner and stops Knox from doing anything. Yuta's like chop blocking evil Uno. I mean, they've turned in like rogue badass heels now. Like, what are you guys' thoughts on this? I'm finally turning heel. We've been getting signs of this for so long. But I mean, what is everyone's thought about all this? Like, finally? About time? Especially if you watch ROH lately, Yuta's been acting a little smug and cocky and arrogant lately, eh?
I love it personally. I think it was time for the BCC to turn heel. There was only so much they can do as baby faces.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love it too.
This just fits them for some reason.
It does. Like, I was so excited when I seen that they need to run through everyone, capital everyone.
And they will.
Oh yeah. Starting next Wednesday night against the Dark Order again with Stu Grayson. Yeah.
Oh, evil Uno. How many times do you need to be choked out?
That's
Seriously.
I've been mentioning this to everyone. I'm like, stop provoking the BCC. It's not turning out well for you guys. Maybe you should think of a new strategy and go feud with someone else, because you keep provoking them. It's going to be the same damn result, guys. Like, stop.
You know what it is, Shaw? And I'm going to be honest with you, and rest in peace, Brody Lee. I love Brody Lee, but I think the Dark Order has a choking fetish, because, I mean, every week somebody's getting choked out.
Yeah.
If y'all like getting choked out, that's on y'all.
Yeah, one week.
Ignorant are ignorant of their ignorance.
Next week, is it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Uno again? Is it gonna be Stu? Is it gonna be Hangman again?
Stu might get choked out in his home country. That's sad.
What?
Or I mean, BCC just turned heel. Maybe they do some little underhanded tactics to steal that win. A little shady win.
Not to mention we have Claudio and Eddie Kingston over there on Ring of Honor. And Claudio is not being very honorable towards Mr. Kingston.
Which is interesting, because in his promo he was like, "Hey," when Eddie's like, "Come out here," he's like a man without honor does not deserve to be ROH champion. And you're like, yeah, what you guys have been doing on Dynamite is very honorable, right?
I mean, how are you gonna say that? Isn't that the pot calling the kettle Swiss?
BCC versus House of Black for the trios titles would be interesting, except I don't see this is where that story is going right now. I think possibly it's heading to a story with the Elite next.
See, the Elite will fit better with the new heel BCC. The House of Black, that's two heel dynamics.
Yeah, they're heading into a story where the BCC is going to completely demolish the Dark Order until there's no members of the Dark Order left. None.
Oh, yeah.
And Hangman's going to be like, okay, I need to rethink my strategy. I need to call on some old friends, see if I can get these guys to help out. And he's going to start eventually leaning on the Elite to bail him out.
I mean, if you want to do that at Double or Nothing, I am perfectly fine with that. BCC versus the Elite, I'm okay with that. Omega.
Banger after banger after banger after banger.
Thank you.
The only thing is, if you do Omega, the Bucks, and Hangman against the BCC, unless what we were talking about, Brian, where does he align himself in this whole thing?
It would be a 4-on-3. You know what, Queen? You got my mind working now. What about Anarchy in the Arena, the Elite versus the BCC?
We could, but still. It's still a numbers thing, kind of.
4-on-4, you have Hangman.
If Brian
Kenny in
comes
the
back
back.
and aligns with the BCC, then yes. But if he doesn't, then it's 4-on-3 Elite.
Okay, you're right.
And
You're
who
right.
aligns themselves with the BCC?
Good point.
Because then you have Callis like slowly trying to get Takesha under the radar over to the Elite side, or is he not?
Yeah, Takesha and Don Callis. I mean, that just sounds like a car salesman trying to sell me an old ass car. Then in 5 minutes after I take it off the lot, it falls apart.
Oh my gosh!
I just feel like I just feel like that's Don Callis.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's what we call him in this household a lot, as like a used car salesman. So. But
I mean, look at him. You saw the
then,
jacket Don Callis was wearing. He looks like a car salesman.
And then to talk about like another member of the BCC acting really smug and arrogant lately, we can't forget about ROH's version of heel Wheeler Yuta, going underhanded tactics to win to retain the pure title. Uses all his rope breaks and then uses one punch during the match.
Yeah, the close
Gets up in
fist.
the ring and decks Timothy Thatcher with a second open-handed punch without the ref not looking. Then that smug, arrogant little promo after the match, saying, like, oh, I'm like hanging out with like the '96 Bulls, like, and everyone else is like below.
You're hanging out with. So under that logic,
easy, sunshine.
If this is the '96 Bulls, then okay, I see Jordan, I see Rodman, I see Pippen. So who the hell is Yuta? Steve Kerr or Tony Kukoc?
He said Rodman, he said Pippen, and he said
So
Jordan.
you're a role player.
And he said and Wheeler Yuta, so he didn't give himself the role. He just
you said it. No, he's a role player. He's Tony Kukoc or he's Steve Kerr. You just coming off the bench and hitting the three every once in a while.
Oh my gosh, yes. But this heel turn, oh my gosh, long time coming. We've seen it. Everyone's like, no, they're tweeners. And no. I've been dealing with people on Twitter lately saying, oh, they're turning heel. When are they gonna turn? And it's like, did you watch the show on Dynamite? Like, what the hell? If that wasn't an obvious heel turn 101, I don't know what you guys are looking.
Damn.
People on Twitter, this is your word from Sugar Damas. When it comes to AEW, patience is the key. And if you do not respect patience, please go watch the Vince McMahon era of WWE booking. And go touch some grass.
What you do? But keep it real and be proud of who you are.
That too.
And everyone also saying, how can you turn Max heel? He's like one of your more popular baby faces and everything. And also, you can't turn him heel. How are they going to book it? I've been, honestly, no offense, ever since he left WWE, I've been always sitting there saying, I am so excited to see how AEW can run a heel Max character, because I feel like there's no freaking way they can screw this up.
And they haven't.
No, let him be his heel self, which he can do, guys. If you don't believe me, go back and watch his old indie stuff before WWE. This guy is a really good heel.
Are we really sure Moxley's a heel? Because to me, just Moxley's being Moxley.
He is being himself, but I mean,
he's not really a heel.
You can be a heel and still be popular. Tis very true, Christy. Tis very true.
People still gonna sing "Wild Thing" to the top of their lungs, and
that's another thing I wanted to think about too. Do we change the theme music?
Absolutely not. Well,
because I was like, oh, like Jericho's a heel, and they all sing along to Judas, and he's the heel. Like, do you switch Mox's Wild Thing theme and go back to his old theme that he started out with in AEW, or does he stay with the same current theme?
Stay with Wild Thing. Unless you're gonna give me his New Japan theme. Unless you're gonna give me Death.
Oh, I love that New Japan theme. That's actually my ringtone on my phone.
I love that. I love that song too. That's my workout music.
I love it. It's badass.
Oh,
It is.
Shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
But I'm excited to see what heel Mox in like New Japan is like, because we all said he's like a really good in New Japan. Like New Japan's his home. What is a heel Mox in New Japan gonna be like?
A heel Mox in New Japan. That's interesting. He would need to go after the biggest babyface in New Japan, which again is the Rainmaker.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would just be fun to me. I just want to see this match.
I would be so excited to see that.
It would be fun. It would just be fun to me.
I was excited to see the match when they were straight up face versus face, but heel and Box now. I'm looking forward. Honestly, next week I'm looking forward to that first heel BCC promo if they cut one. I want to see.
Oh God! Oh God! Yes.
Because hey, we've got Smug Yuta cutting promos. We have Claudio going backstage after being like, "What did what did you mean by what you said to Eddie Kingston out there?" He's like, "Did I stutter?" And then it's like, walks off.
I mean, Claudio's busy with Kingston. Yuta is basically defending the Pure Championship. I think he's defending the Pure title against Clark Connors this week on Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm. And we know where this is possibly heading to. He's gonna I think I remember reading during the tapings that he actually, after he beats Clark Connors, he calls up Clark Connors' mentor, Katsuyori Shibata. Yes.
Excuse me. I'm emotional. I'm emotional right now. You said.
Gonna end up calling out Shibata.
That reaction right there.
So we could possibly be getting Yuta versus Shibata at Supercard of Honor for the Pure title.
Mr. Yuta.
Perfectly balanced.
You Oscar.
Yes.
But Mr. Yuta, please, you don't want that smoke. This man kicks people's heads off for fun. Don't do this to yourself.
He probably doesn't even care. He's probably like, hey, I've undergone a lot worse stuff during training with my guys, so like I can handle it.
You know what? I wish I could do commentary just for that match. And I was saying, my God, for the love of God, Shibata, this young man wants a family one day. For the love of God, don't kick his head off his head.
What are you doing trying to end his career? But what I could see, who knows? And who knows how that match plays out? I mean, Shibata wins, possibly, and Yuta drops the Pure title to him, or does Yuta retain by nefarious means again? I mean,
if he drops definitely. Go ahead, Joe.
As I say, if he drops the title, I mean that could free Yuta to go back to AEW and get involved with this whole major storyline between the BCC and Elite. I mean, then Claudio's not dropping the title, we don't think, to Eddie. I'd love to see it. I just don't see it right now. Not yet. Give me a bigger name. I'm still thinking possibly Danielson. I mean, especially if Danielson wants to be like, I don't like what this group has become now. Like we started the group to kick people's heads in and be violent and stuff, but you guys have taken it to a whole nother level that I am not standing by and watching you destroy the legacy.
And the new leader of the BCC should be me. Just let me be the manager of the BCC.
And then he somehow recruits his own faction, his own BCC to go up against Mox's BCC. Maybe possibly getting someone along the likes of like a Daniel Garcia to somehow jump ship from the JAS to jump over to his side with his new team.
Yes, please, Garcia, stop wearing leather pants.
Oh my
God. Wearing the leather pants.
And stop interfering in these matches, please. Like,
please. I'll ask him.
At this point, I'm getting so fed up with this whole JAS. The first person KN recruits Tyler.
Tyler has the light skin. Tyler has the light skin nation.
Actually, she said KB. The first person you would recruit would be KB.
Tyler has the light skin nation. If anything, Tyler will recruit Top Flight and the Acclaimed.
Yes. Oh man. But it's so intriguing. Like, where are they heading with this story coming up? Like next week's gonna be very, very interesting. Indeed.
It really is. Plus, we have a lot of time to kill until we get to Double or Nothing.
So 2 months of this, there might be no roster left by Double or Nothing.
I mean, this is why we all love AEW. Long-term storytelling is alive and well in AEW.
And
especially because you have.
And guys, if I see one more tweet saying, "Why are we still doing Moxley versus Hangman? This should have ended at the Texas Death Match at Revolution." Yeah, this is not the story that's being told, guys. You need to let this play out and stop because
people. Go ahead, Sean.
Guys, one last thing. Congratulations in order to Moxley and Hangman. Just awarded their 5-star match. This is actually the first death match in the history of professional wrestling that was rated 5 stars. So major kudos to the boys.
Good job, Meltzer.
Yes. Now we will be heading to commercial break.
Oh, wait a minute! Kevin Owens!
A.K.A.4, and you're listening to Off the Top Rope Podcast. And if you're not, damn.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Miss Layla Gray, and you are listening to Off the Top Rope Podcast. Y'all need to check out this interview. Check out my man, because he knows how to do his damn job. So, check it out. Stay tuned.
Take my latest run-in with Batsy. It was just last night, as the entire country was tuning into its favorite talk show.
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
If so, to the crib, bring the freak to the sheets. Can't be hurt when I say you gotta leave. Told you on the other joint, I ain't no regular Pete. Blue, get 'em and flip 'em like stacking chips. And all the real ones come back with a coin to flip. And ain't no stepping out of line, cause I don't take lip. Show you how a captain get when she run her ship. When you sweet, I'll be sweeter. You don't need her, just delete her. But since you still here, might as well come complete her.
And we're back, everyone. Well, hopefully all you guys' breaks was good, but we're getting into our third topic. What happened on Monday night? The ending of Monday Night Raw, especially. Jey Uso finally made his decision as to where he really would be aligning with. Would he be aligning with the Bloodline? Would he be aligning with his brother Jimmy? Or would he turn on Sammy? What we saw is he came out of the crowd, went past him, went past Jimmy, stood by Steen, they hugged and everything, but what ended up happening? Man, it was all swerving, as we predicted. Jey super kicked Sammy, and then went into the ring and got in the ring with Jimmy. So, looks like the Bloodline's officially back, and we're on the road to WrestleMania. The whole thing, we saw this coming a mile away and everything. It was inevitable. It was going to happen. But now what are we doing right now until the road to WrestleMania? Are we getting like a tag match between Cody and Sammy against the Usos or something leading up to WrestleMania until Kevin Owens decides what the hell he wants to do?
Shar, I've said this ad nauseum since pretty much October, November. I've said this. This is the natural order of things. KO is eventually going to wake up, smell the Canadian coffee, smell the poutines, embrace his best friend again, and we're gonna get Usos versus KO and Zayn night 1 of WrestleMania, or to kick off night 2 of WrestleMania. However you want to do it.
Honestly, I lean toward night 1 because then you can play this into the story of the downfall of the Bloodline. Have the Usos lose to KO and Sammy on night 1, and then on night 2, that's where Roman drops his gold to Cody.
Actually, either way it works for me. If that is night 1, I no disrespect to the women, you know me pretty well. I'm an advocate for women's wrestling. What? The bigger story would line for me to main event night 1 would be KO and Zayn versus the Usos.
That's the big story right now. That is the big story right now too.
No offense to Mommy and Charlotte.
No.
But come on now, you're giving me a choice. Which one would I want to main event night 1? It's the tag team title match.
Oh yeah. Hi Harley.
And I'm gonna say probably not this week on Raw, but I will say the following week. That's when KO will finally wake up. And think, okay, this is my friend. He needs my help.
Yeah, it's inevitable. It's coming up soon. Like you see, like he's like, nope, I'm not. I don't want any part of this. Absolutely not. I don't want to be involved in the storyline. And then it's gonna lead probably to, like I said, like maybe a tag match between Cody and Sammy, because we saw this on SmackDown this past week. Cody came to Sammy's aid, was brought with the Usos. So you're going to tag match more than likely in the next week or two with those two against the Usos, which is probably going to lead to Solo being in their corner. And then this is where KO probably gets involved sometime within the next week or so.
And Sean, I'm going to give you a bold prediction after WrestleMania. We know we got Backlash in Puerto Rico. I say the main event for that show should be Roman and the Usos versus KO, Sammy, and Cody in a huge 6-man tag.
That's a good match. That would be an interesting match to do, especially, but with the roles reversed. Cody and KO and Sammy have all the gold. The Bloodline has nothing.
And if you want to at Backlash, you could say this could be a 6-man tag match for all the gold.
You could.
I think that's a good way to go for me.
Yeah, hindsight said that makes sense. It does make sense because I mean,
Thank you.
it's that's the story they've been telling, guys. Like we've seen this coming a mile away, and I mean, part of me was like watching the promo Jay cut on SmackDown, and probably wasn't that big of a fan of it. I mean, the whole, like the whole story he told wasn't like fan of it. Like I get where he's coming from, but the story he was telling about, he had to do what he had to do, But the interesting part about this whole thing is he said he did it because he had to do it for his brother, not save his brother.
You notice he didn't mention anything about Roman.
No, that's what I was saying. Like, didn't say anything about doing it because of Roman at all. It was about saving his brother.
I mean, I can understand. I understand his way of thinking. I didn't do it for the tribal chief. I didn't do it for the tribal chief, Oos. I did it for my brother, Oos.
Yep. So that'll be another interesting story to tell once the bloodline has their downfall. Everyone's gonna start turning on Roman.
Absolutely.
And then what are they gonna do? Then what are they gonna do? They're like Solo. Eventually do like a match Solo versus Roman. Solo goes over or something, and then
I think that's coming. Now does Roman need to reach up that? No.
No.
Roman does not leave so far with those championships.
No.
So you know what's going on, bro.
Yeah, if he does, then there's gonna be a backlash because then you're gonna be like, well, why did you have Cody win the Rumble? Why didn't you have Sammy win the match against Roman? Like, what are you doing if you keep the title on him? There's no other direction to go. You have to put the title. You have to put the titles on Cody. That's a story that's being told right now. If you go against
well said by the Queen. Well said by the Queen.
Yeah, if you go against that, I mean, you're just back to square one. Like, then you're gonna make it seem like Roman's untouchable. Then it's gonna be what? SummerSlam. Then what? Then what are you doing? Pushing it back to SummerSlam, and then what? The Rumble next year. I mean, then it's just never-ending madness. Like, Christy's right. He's never reaching 1,000 days. No.
So I'm gonna tell you this: if Roman reaches 1,000 days as champion, if he walks out of Mania as champion, I am convinced Vince McMahon's back in charge of creative.
Absolutely, that would be the only way. If Vince, that's what I'm saying. Like Vince, I feel like Vince has his hands on like a couple of these WrestleMania matches, and it's like just based off the storylines being told, and I'm like, I don't like where this is headed. We know he's got his hands on the Lesnar Omos match, which is
no. No, she wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
But
that's exactly how I feel about this match. No,
but I don't know why I have a weird feeling somehow he's got his paws in on this whole Bobby Lashley Bray Wyatt storyline too. This matchup just seems really weird to me. Like.
The match seems weird because they haven't done much for Bray Wyatt since his return.
Look at that match he had against LA Knight, the Pitch Black match. One of the worst, gotta be considered one of the worst matches in wrestling. That match.
Is this nigga serious?
It was a fan.
What a smell! What a smell! What a smell! What a mighty bad smell! Ugh.
Match was pure and utter garbage.
That was an acid trip.
Oh my gosh!
And I've never done mushrooms a day in my life, but I'm pretty sure that's what it.
Like a pony. I'm a pony. I'm a pony.
I was watching that match, and I was like, what the hell am I watching?
I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, what the hell? What is this?
That's what I was like. I was, what the hell am I watching here? Oh my gosh! It was like
Now when I heard the words pitch black, I'm thinking, okay, so this is like a lights out match in AEW where there's no rules.
I wasn't either, Christy.
My God, that match did not make me want. I'm sorry, Shaw. Go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say is I agreed with you there. When I saw it, I was thinking pitch black. I was thinking like a lights out, like a no DQ, anything goes kind of match. It was like legit lights out, the arena's all dark. They're all wearing neon light up clothes. I'm like, what are we doing here?
I mean, that match right there is what you call the bathroom break of the show.
Mm.
Much like Omos and Lesnar, that's going to be either the bathroom break or that's going to be nap time.
Oh yeah. I'm like, hopefully it goes by fast enough so we can get on with the show instead of like 10.
Please, just give me 4 or 5 suplexes, F5, and let's call it a day, shall we?
We all know everyone just wants to see this match because they want to see Brock lifting all that. That's all.
I don't want to see this. but like DJ says, WrestleMania is catered towards the casual wrestling fans.
Yeah. I'm dreading. I am still dreading that the Lashley Bray match because like we've been saying, they haven't done anything with Bray. They haven't made us believe that Bray's anywhere logically ready to go one-on-one against Lashley. So how are we going to be convinced that this is going to be a good match? To me, it's going to be.
That makes me wonder. Why did you even sign Bray Wyatt back in the first place?
He's doing the same shit he did before he got released the last time. Like, what are we doing here? Like, is Vince McMahon in charge of the Bray Wyatt character again? Because this seems like really strange. It's the same shit.
Now when he first came back, I was hyped because I love the way he came back. I love the little White Rabbit vignettes. That was nice. That was cool. But okay, we need further story development. Okay, yeah. Why are you here? What is your purpose? You brought back Uncle Howdy. You brought in Uncle Howdy. Who the hell is Uncle Howdy? Even though that we know Uncle Howdy can believe.
Exactly. That's the only story they have going with Bray Wyatt at the moment is the whole Uncle Howdy gimmick. And everyone keeps asking who is it. We pretty much know it's Bo. When are we going to unmask him? When are we going to get him to either tag with his brother or do a match with him or do something? Because this whole Bray character since he's came back has been nothing short of like...
I'm okay with that.
Bray
and Bo, yeah.
When he came back, his promos were good, but then after like the first or second week of his promos, then they started to get like repetitive. They were the same promo week after week after week, and it's like, okay, enough. Then it's like, when are we getting a match with Bray? Like, you keep having to talk. When are we getting a match? Then we get
brought back the Firefly. You brought back the puppets in the Firefly Funhouse. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Char. Didn't we see at Extreme Rules the puppets came to life?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can we get some explanation behind that?
We're not. It's just gonna move on to the next thing and the next thing. I'm like I said, I wouldn't be surprised after we're done. That's what we're gonna find out. It's like Vince but we're gonna get into our final topic of the night. Going back to our AEW side of the story here. The Ruby Soho promo on Dynamite. After at Revolution, she aligned herself with Toni Storm and Saraya. Now they are calling themselves the Outsiders now. And she cut a promo, her promo was good. I liked the promo. It was like, one of the best women's promos by far, saying, that they treated the fans treated the women like, oh, when she was a babyface, it was like they were cheering for her opponents to beat her and all this, and calling the fans hypocrites and everyone turning their backs on everybody, all the women that and stuff. But then she challenges, faces Sky Blue, and okay, Willow comes out to stop it from happening. And they turn on poor Willow. How can you're a heel if you turn on poor Willow? But I mean, the commentator said the war to describe the conflict between the Saraya's group and the originals, and we know this is probably going to lead to a blood and guts match. The Outsiders and the AEW original. Where do we see the story going from here? And who joins the AEW side, the original side, to take out these people? And we're probably going to need a couple more people to join Saraya's Outsiders group. So who do we get joining each side? I mean,
well, I think they're calling themselves, first of all, the Outsiders or the Outcasts, whatever they're calling themselves. So if they're doing a women's version of the NWO, so that would mean Saraya's Hogan. That would mean Tony Storm, Lord, forgive me for saying this, but instead now you know how Kevin Nash called himself Big Daddy Cool. In this case, Tony Storm will be Big Booty, so it'll be Big Booty Storm. And apparently, so Ruby Soho will be Scott Hall. So I have to say, hey yo,
Hey yo. High said he digs it. The whole punk rock female NWO thing they got going on is awesome. Also, all ex WWE women giving them the whole outsider persona.
who joins them? I'm trying to think. Who
I mean,
else from
for like,
AEW came from the other company?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, maybe someone like Athena. Maybe, I mean, she's heel.
She's Ring of Honor. She's Ring of Honor.
Yeah, but if you have her drop it, I mean, just think about it. I mean,
It's something to think about. Or
that's what I'm
maybe,
saying. It's something really good we're thinking about. And then it's like with the AEW originals, it's Jamie and Britt. And then it's like, who do you align that with? I mean, I think we're getting a Riho is definitely one. You'd have to
Nyla
think
Rose
Willow
could be another one. Nyla Rose could be another one. That could be the monster of the originals.
could be. Well, it was intriguing on Dynamite. I mean, on Rampage last night when they were all like they came out, the outsiders came out, and Marina and Nyla. They pretty much went and said, "Hey, feel free to go attack Riho." I mean, yeah, they like, yeah. So I mean, Nyla. I mean, maybe give someone Riho, maybe Willow. Like, definitely
I
because
can see that.
her connection to Ruby.
Well, you know, Shaw, I'm gonna throw somebody out there. It might be a long shot, but this woman would fit in so perfectly with the outsiders. Matter of fact, she could be the boss of the legit boss of the outsiders.
Got some good thinking there going on, KB. Yeah, what about like someone like a Mercedes Monet coming in?
She would fit like a glove with that group. I mean, who knows?
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
Who knows more about that other company than she does?
Oh yeah.
And 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 with Mercedes as the captain?
Mm-hmm.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
That would have to be the blood and guts match for 2023. It would have to be.
Mercedes does. She did say in the interview she would like to do some more deathmatch type of matches.
Yes.
A women's blood and guts match. I'm just saying, you get Mercedes in the ring with Jamie and Britt and Willow, and you got Ruby and Saraya and Tony.
Oh, Hey Eric. Have Mercedes fund the group.
That's pay-per-view worthy right there. Just give me that match for damn near the last hour of Dynamite, and I'm happy.
Okay, had to open a whole new bank account.
I mean, it's possible. I'm just throwing something out there. Mercedes could come in at some point and say, "Look, I'm the one who put this group together.
Mm-hmm.
I put the bug in Saraya's ear to form this group."
That's what I was gonna lean on you, KB, and think about too. Is like who would like if something like what you were saying about Mercedes Monet. Like, what if there was someone like outside that we hadn't seen? That's like, secretly.
Mercedes could be the one pulling the strings. I'm watching Mercedes the one pulling the strings behind this group. Everyone thinks Saraya is the leader, but all she is basically the mouthpiece for a higher power. No one knows who that higher power is until one night you hear Monet.
Oh yeah. Guys, it's like inevitable. Like, you have to start building this match soon, and like, who what way do you guys see it going? Like, we've given our thoughts. Like, you have Mercedes join the outsiders. I mean, you might need like one other person to join them, possibly. But
I'ma kick her ass. On my way.
But I'm intrigued to see where they're going with this, because this is one of those stories right now they seem to be getting a little bit right now.
Mm-hmm. It's nice to see what AEW is doing with the women's division, because that's been one of the biggest critiques of AEW pretty much since they started.
Mm-hmm. And it's nice to see them getting their shine lately too. the spotlight, especially when the reports and stuff are coming out saying, hey, they might be wanting to do like an all-women show, or there are reports that came out today about, AEW getting like another show coming up on Saturdays.
Absolutely. And Shaw, there's also rumors coming out that a certain Canadian that could be on her way to AEW as early as this Wednesday. She's a former Impact Women's Champion.
Taya, especially with the reports coming out that her contract with Impact is up and she's choosing between WWE and AEW. It fit perfectly well in with Jade's promo where she's throwing out the challenge to any Canadian woman to come out and challenge her for the TBS champion. But see, that's where you throw yourself into a little bit of a loop, because you do the story of Taya comes in on her first night dethrones Jade, becomes the new TBS champion, so Jade can do what Bryan Danielson said Jade wanted to do, which is go over to Japan and refine her craft, or you keep the title on Jade at Taya's expense.
I know this could be a long shot, but just go with me for a second. What if Taya comes in, upsets the world, and knocks off Jade for the TBS championship, and then immediately aligns with the Outsiders? Think about it. She would fit in perfectly with the Outsiders, and Jade could do something that she's never done and actually be a babyface and align herself with the originals. Who is one of the biggest homegrown women AEW has produced in their 4-year history? Besides Britt Baker, it's Jade. You add Jade to the originals, and you add Taya to the Outsiders. That could work.
It could. I think it is a unique story, but you need to have Jade do what she means to do and drop it to Statlander. I'd love to see that. When is she coming back?
Statlander's not due back until, I want to say, the end of the summer or something like that, or sometime around Double or Nothing, or a little bit after Double or Nothing.
I would go with having her, someone like Statlander, dethrone her, but the problem with that is now we have Jade still going on a reign of terror, going through everyone in the women's division again, and then it's like we need to put a stop. We need to put the title on somebody else now. We've proven she's good. She's still green and everything, but I think it's time we get someone new to carry that TBS title.
And I think if Ty is the one that they're talking about to come in Wednesday night, I say they're just pull a shocker. Have Taya upset Jade, give her first win. Taya aligns herself with the Outsiders, or to keep Jade strong, have the Outsiders come in and help Taya win the championship.
Yeah.
Jade loses no steam because she technically didn't lose clean.
No. Which would give her the perfect reasoning to want to join the homegrown, and then want to get revenge.
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
To get her revenge on the people who screwed her out of the title. Get her.
See that we hear on that. Tony Khan hired the mob for creative. All you gotta do is pay us $150,000 each a year.
Expectations for Eric says expectations for Statlander is to be back prior to Double or Nothing or the Fallout show and call out Jade. Impromptu match for the belt, and Statlander wins.
Can we wait? Can we wait 2 more months for that though? Because I'm just thinking if it Christy, I like Angelina Love, but if she's not coming with Velvet Sky, I don't want to see her.
And if she comes in, she's not dethroning Jade. That's not believable. Oh, sorry, but
if it's anybody other than Taya, it's pretty much Jade wins.
Yeah. So pay attention next week, guys, on TV. If it's anyone not named Taya, then.
And if it is Taya, Tony Khan, throw money at her.
Yes. Exactly. So a lot of speculation for the moment.
For now.
Yeah, it's intriguing because if like we were saying, if Statlander were coming back sooner, I would wait and put the title on her. That's the right story to do. But if that's not the case, I mean, we can't keep playing around like.
Absolutely. Jade's held that championship long enough, and let's be honest, she hasn't done really nothing with it.
No, and she's facing the
same.
I
love Jade.
I think everyone's like ready for a new champion is what it is. It's like she's gone through pretty much every woman in the division. for that title. There's like
Yeah,
no
she
one
won.
else. There's no one else left.
She's gone through what I've called the bottom feeders. No disrespect to anyone, but she's gone through the bottom feeders of that division. She hasn't really fought the upper echelon of the women's division yet. What I
Yeah.
think needs to happen when Jade drops that championship, and if it is Taya, just have Jade make a deal with Britt and Jamie. Like, look, I'll help you take out the outsiders, but in return, I want a women's world championship match with Jamie
Yeah.
at some point.
Eric had a good question here, and I think I want to answer this question here. What do you think Darby has to say this week on Dynamite concerning his future? Rumor reports, I don't know if this is true or not, so don't hold me to it. Fatal 4-way match for the AEW World Championship with the Pillars. So Darby versus Jungle Boy versus MJF versus Sammy for the title. Because everyone's saying Sammy's picking up wins lately. Jungle Boy said he has like something he wants to get off his chest next week, and he's going for anybody who has a title. Darby said that he's going to talk about his future next week. MJF has his bar mitzvah next week.
A Pillars Fatal 4-way.
That's what I've been seeing a lot of online.
Wouldn't you hold that off until we get closer to Double or Nothing? Because we're still like at least 7 or 8 weeks out.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been seeing that unless they want to do some kind of build or something. I don't know where they're facing off against each other. I don't know how you want to do that, but Eric says that would be a hell of a challenge for him.
I still think the money match at Double or Nothing is gonna be MJF versus Hangman.
Which I would have believed you could have possibly did if Hangman went on his word on Dynamite and said, "I'm done with Moxley. I'm finished with him." But he didn't, and he aligned himself back with the Dark Order to help them out, possibly leading to him aligning himself with the Elite, building to a BCC versus Elite matchup, possibly at Double or Nothing. So I think that Hangman MJF match is off the table for Double or Nothing.
Under that logic, the 4 Pillars Fatal 4-way sounds like something interesting.
Because I would agree with you on the MJF Hangman story, but like we've been saying, had he not said what he said on Dynamite, had he been like, "I'm done with Moxley, that's it," and not went and got involved in that storyline, I would have said he's probably going on to face MJF. But when he comes out and gets involved in the story again, makes me think the story is dragging out for a while with the Elite.
Okay. And that has been your word from the Queen Pin. Take it as gospel, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I'd love to be wrong, but come on, guys, we can see where the way this thing is going. So, thank you again, KB, for joining me.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for having me, Queen Pin. I appreciate you.
Anytime. So now we're at the end of our show. So you want to give any words of wisdom? Anything you want to say to close it out?
A word from now has been your moment of sugar. Okay. Y'all, if y'all don't know by now, we're everywhere, people. We are literally everywhere. We are the podcast Children of the Corn. You cannot escape us.
No.
Buy some merch. Look for the podcast everywhere. Keep supporting the Queen Pin. Keep supporting the Boss Man. Don't forget, we got Joker. We got Joker coming up in about an hour. We coming for everything.
Half an hour.
By now from now, we got Joker coming up. I want to say, but real talk, thank you, Shar, for having me.
Anytime.
I appreciate you letting me fill in. Y'all know where to find me. If y'all don't know where to find me by now, educate yourself. At KB Brown 72. My DMs is open. I might not care what you say, but you can still send me something.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
That's basically how I feel when you put some bullshit in my DMs.
Oh, same.
Seriously though, love is God, God is love. Peace.
Yeah, don't forget we can't forget our girl Christy down here too.
Oh.
She's on the show with Eric.
You're right. I'm sorry, Christy. I can't forget about the quiet behind the riot.
You do not want to miss a pumpkin smasher wandering into the asylum.
But like, share, comment, subscribe. Get this video out there, y'all.
Yes. Please do, guys. Yeah, please listen. Like my partner in crime tonight was saying, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and leave notifications. Share this with all your friends and buddies out there, and get us to the #1 spot. Because I know there's a whole bunch of people that sit there. Oh, I just got my friend. I just got my significant other. I just got this person into wrestling. Have them watch our show and get informed and be entertained, and then they'll want to watch a whole bunch more wrestling and everything. So please continue to share support. Don't forget to check out Eric and Christy on the Wrestling Asylum in about a half an hour from now. That show's always entertaining and worth the ride. So
Absolutely.
and
Females, I know y'all got side dudes. Get your side dude interested.
And last but not least, again, major love and thank yous to my partner today, Katie, for joining me. I was planning on doing this whole thing solo, and that was kind of a scary thought to think, could I pull this off doing it solo? So I'm glad you kind of like saved me today.
Oh, no. See, you give me way too much credit. Thank you so
No.
much. I appreciate you all day. On a personal note, Courtney, we love you. We miss you. Can't wait to see you back here soon.
Yes.
I'm just keeping you. I'm just keeping your seat warm. That's all.
Yeah. That's all we're doing. We're keeping your seat warm until you can come back and claim your rightful spot on the throne. So, bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, bitch.